everyone, this is Epsiba once again, and here we are, Africa Talk Media Egypt. I am here in the house of Mr. Pius Sunday Adole for this discussion about the game of Sudanese students in the morning that was held in Ain Shams, Cairo, Egypt. Thank you, sir, for accepting us in your house.
You're welcome.
So, tell us about what attracted you to present this game for the Sudanese students.
I feel it started way back in 2009 when I visited both Sudanese schools, one close to Arab Imadi and another one close to the Corniche, that's the high school. And there was something strange I noticed, that both schools reside in a residential building, you know, and there is no space at all for the kids to play. And it reminded me of while I was growing up, you know, and it was through our on-field activities that I was able to discover my talent, you know, and I began to imagine that if there were kids here, if there are kids here that are talented, you know, kids that have abilities that they can work on and develop and become somebody in life, it will be limited because of where the school is located. And that was why I decided to do something.
Wow, thank you very much. The kids were so happy about the game and how it went. So really interesting.
Yeah.
So tell us, how do you think the government in Egypt could be a support, you know, to this development of the Sudanese students?
Personally, I am not from Sudan, but I'm close to the Sudanese people. I really believe that both governments need to form a partnership, you know, that will extend to education, you know, because education is the key to growth and development, you know. So one of the things I feel they can do is to allocate space for Sudanese schools so that they will be able to have schools that have football field and different activities where the kids can express their gifting and their talent, you know. This is one way that the government of Egypt can help. The second way is through scholarship. You know, many kids are dropping out of school because they cannot really afford to go to school. You know, it could be transportation, it could be something else, but I really believe with scholarship, they will be able to start and go through school and not stop halfway.
Thank you very much, sir. So you, as the coordinator at Tawseela Human Resources, right? So how have you been able to present such a game with the Sudanese Schools Development Project?
Well, as a project coordinator in Tawseela, part of my responsibilities is to arrange and coordinate projects with companies, organizations, schools, you know, and institutions. But then I've always had this passion for the Sudanese community, especially the student, you know. And so I talked to my director and I said, this is what I have in mind. This has been my desire for a very long time, that I want to start a sports project, you know, where the kids can have space to play, have fun, have healthy competition, and also learn something through it, you know. And he okayed it, and that was how it all started.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. So tell us, what are your targets dealing with Sudanese students? You know, when I was watching the game in the morning, I was just imagining inside of me, I said, wow, you know, the kids were so excited and expressing themselves. It's like a first experience they ever had. So what are your targets dealing with the Sudanese students?
Part of my target is this. One, I believe that education transcends the walls of a classroom. You know, so school is one of the areas that we could get educated, but also outside the school, we can also be educated. Like, for example, on the football field. What we did in the morning was not just fun. You know, they had fun, there were different activities which was competitive, and then also it included experiential learning, you know, whereby experiential learning is a process whereby you allow the students to experience something practically. and then they will sit down to reflect about what they have experienced. And then the next level is they will now start talking about how to apply it. I believe learning is in stages, and it takes process. You know, some people go to school, they just study and then go home. You know, and then when they don't do well in their exams, you feel they are not brilliant. But the truth is, there are different ways of learning. So one of the best ways we teach people, especially my company, that is what the strategy they use. You know, it's experiential learning. You learn it, you talk about what you've learned, you reflect on it, and then you think of how to apply it, and then bring feedback as to what you have done concerning what you have experienced, what you have reflected on, and what you have decided to do.
Wow.
To apply. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. Well, I would like us to look into the details of the game, and I'll be right
Trent, have they started?
خلصتوا؟ يلا يلا ارفعوا واحد اثنين واحد اثنين واحد اثنين واحد اثنين واحد اثنين واحد اثنين ايوه
يلا نزل نفسنا بسرعة. ابدأ من الأول ابدأ من الأول قولي حاجة قولي الحقيقة
السلام عليكم خلاص نرجع من الأول بقى اي حاجه كده لكن اصلا يلا الناس كلهم بيتجمعوا جسد انت جسد كده خليك سامع ايه كده حاسب
بعيدوا نظموا نفسكم كويس. انتوا روح هناك روح هناك.
Hello.
Hello.
Please tell us what's your name.
My name is Regina. اسمي Regina.
Okay, you are a teacher here at the Sudanese student, right? Sudanese schools. What's the name of the school in full?
المدرسة بتاعنا اسمه تنمية المجتمع.
Okay. Okay, so tell us how have you been able to manage with the pupils?
كيف أنا بسيطر للأولاد بتاعي في المدرسة؟ ببساطة شديد العيال عندي يعتبر من نفس المنطقة بتاعتي، وحاجة تانية العيال عايزين بس كيف أنت تعرف احتياجهم شنو، لو أنت بتعرف احتياج بتاعهم شنو أنت بتقدر تخليهم في السيطرة بتاعك.
The children, he said, the children need to control them when you know what they need. Their need, you give them their need, and she's from the same South Sudanese, so he knows the character of the children, and when she gives them what they need, you will control them. They will not have any problem. That is how she controls them.
Very much. And what would you like to say to the coordinator, the organizer of this show, of this fun?
اوكي، مجموعة بتاعت توصيلة أنا بوصل لهم شكر كبير شديد، لأنه هم عملوا حاجة الليلة كبير خالص في النفوس بتاع العيال بتاعنا. حتى أنا برضو حسيت بفرق، لأنه هم ما قاعدين بمساحة زي ده عشان ما يلعبوا فيه وعشان ما يطلعوا الطاقة جواهم، فأنا بقدم لهم شكر كتير وبدعمهم وبقول لهم كده أمشوا قدام وخليكم على طول في الشغل الكويس اللي انتوا بتقدموه.
Yeah, she said that I will send the Tawseela, the great achievement that they did today. This is something grateful, and I want to encourage them to continue with this spirit and to help people like this. And this one is something very grateful for them. We are very so happy, and we thank them a lot.
My name is Julia. My name is Julia.
So, are you happy about this game today?
Yeah, I'm so happy.
So, what's the name of your group?
Sweet Orange.
Sweet Orange.
Yeah.
Wow. So, tell me, why did you give it Sweet Orange?
Because I like it.
Okay, did you like the game?
Yes, I like so.
I'm my friend. I live in Lisbon.
Okay, so are you the winner of this game?
Yeah.
What's the name of your group?
A group? Nasr.
Nasr. Okay, so how do you feel about this game?
It's very good and I like that.
Okay, do you want it to continue next time?
Yeah.
Okay, what would you say to the coordinator of the game, the one that present the game?
الواحد المنعم زول العمل البرنامج ده هتقولوا شنو؟
And I say thank you and I say very very much.
I happy because as we play, the Askan don't know everything. But today we know everything and as we don't know it.
So you don't know it before?
Yeah.
But today you learn one new thing? Okay, so what will you say to the coordinator of this game?
Say thank you so much.
Okay. And what your name once again?
Mera Ucho.
Okay. So hello.
Hi,
So your name again is what?
my name is Trent. I'm from the US.
Okay, so how do you aim to enhance the educational development of the students?
I hope to enhance the educational development by offering them games through Tawseela, games that teach them values, games that they can take and apply these values to their lives and learn more about themselves and learn how to be better people.
Why? So why are you in support of this game?
I think these kids can learn things from the games, and I think as kids it's important to play. It's important to have that space where they can be themselves, where they can get outside and run and play, and sometimes that's hard to do in a big city like this. So I think it's a good thing, especially when there's no place to play in their school.
Wow. So how are you coping with this mission of yours?
My mission is to help these kids out, or to give them an opportunity to play. So Tawseela allows me to do that. And it also want to help refugees. So I'm trying to find other ways that I can get involved and to do that. And this is one way I can do so.
Okay, so what are your goals towards human development?
I hope to help especially when they're refugees. Sometimes it's people might be racist towards them or not appreciate them being in their country. And so as far as human development goes, I want these kids to be able to remember that they are human beings, that they have dignity, that they're worth love and they're worth affection, and they can be good members of society, like helping members of society, no matter what other people might say sometimes. And so I want them to help them be able to develop themselves, and I will develop too as I help them.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And so what would you like to say to the pupils, to every other pupils in the nation that's having no help?
That has no what?
Help.
Support. I mean, hopefully if we help other people, we can only do so much, right? So if we start somewhere, we can help other people and they help other people, and hopefully that keeps spreading everywhere else. So God will provide.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure. Welcome back once again to Africa Talk. My name once again is Ebziba Akiwande, and as we can see, the game was so interesting, how the people are really expressing their emotions and also what they have in mind. It's really amazing. You've done a really good job.
Thank you.
So now tell us, why did you decide to be with Tawseela, to be a part of the Tawseela, or working with Tawseela human development?
First and foremost, Tawseela is a human resource and development company. Okay. And I actually started with them as a freelance agent. You know, once in a while I go and offer my services and I go. And then there was a time they had this project to do, and they decided to sample people's opinion, you know, to like have ideas on what to do about the project. Yes. And so they contacted me and I sat with them, and at the end of the day they decided to use my ideas for the project. Wow. And as it happened, they decided that I am able to fill in the position of a project coordinator in the company. And that was how I got the job, and since then the rest, they say, is history. Wow. You know, yes. Tawseela is a company that helps people to bring out the best in them. You know, a lot of people have potentials, but then they don't even know they have this potential in them. So, but Tawseela as a company, through the different activities we do, we help people to understand their potentials, to release their potentials, and to maximize their potentials. These are three different things. Some people, they understand their potentials, but they don't know how to release it so that it can start operating. You know, and then some people, they understand it, they release it, but then they don't know how to maximize it to the fullest. Wow. You see, so because it's a human resource and development company, it helps you to do these three processes, so that at the end of the day, you may be able to achieve, if you have a talent, for example, or a gift or an ability, you'll be able to maximize it, you know, in such a way that you become a change agent in the society. You become a transformation tool, you know, that can transform the life of people, that can change the life of people. I believe this is part of the reason why God has given us gifts and talents and abilities, so that to be able to bless the world you have found yourself in. you know. So for me, they help me to fulfill my own potentials too, you know, because I've always believed I'm a creative person. I've always believed that I can make a difference wherever I am. And then here is a company that have the tools, that have the trainings and everything to help me become a better person and also to help people to develop. So
Wow.
I feel that is the best place to be.
So interesting. Thank you very much. So, lastly, before we go, tell us, sir, what are your aims in this field? What are your aims?
My part of my aims in this field is one to develop myself. Why? Because you cannot give people more than you have on the inside of you, you know. And when it comes to wealth, when we talk about wealth, many people are quick to think about money, you know. But wealth has little to do with money. You get, you know. How rich a nation is how rich the mind of the people is. You understand? So for this reason, I really want a situation whereby I can have a platform to help people build their lives, build their gift, their talent, their abilities, make them become better at what they are doing by first helping myself to develop. So this is one of the opportunities that Tawseela is giving me right now.
Wow. Amazing. Oh, sorry, I would like to ask, what would you like to tell us about the founder of Tawseela? How he has really, you know, supported you, and what are the things you have gained from his time?
Well, I'm not going to mention his name, but he is a man that is a friend. He's a man that has given me absolute trust. When I sit before him and I talk about the dreams I have, the plans that I have, and to cap that up, just recently they just called me and they said they want to send me on a course to London to extend, you know, to do a course on project coordinator. It's called Prince 2. You see, so these are some of the things they offer to their staff that make me to be encouraged, you know, and I want to do more, I want to give more, because I believe in life you should always think about giving more than receiving. You know, you are more blessed when you give than when you receive.
Wow, thank you very much, sir. For those of you watching us at home, I hope you have been able to catch up with one or two things from Mr. Sonny Pius Adole. So we are really so happy to have you with us, and I will pause our talk for today. So for those of you watching, if you have any ideas, anything to say, you can always join us on Africa Talk Media Egypt, and thanks for watching. Bye.